So Hideaway, released in 1985, considered a rock album, AOR, melodic, metal. I mean, this type of music has a very broad umbrella in terms of genre. Off to a strong start as soon as you put the album on. First track is Survival in the Streets. Now, Survival in the Streets starts off with a nice fast guitar riff, and then from there the lyrics just kick in. There's a lot of cool sort of screeching by Steffanie. There are real great vocals in this song. It seems like there's certain parts in the album where Steffanie's vocal style sort of changes. There's the higher pitched vocals in some of the tracks, and then there's, I don't know, the mid-range vocals that you hear like on Survival in the Streets. And it's something strange about the way both her albums, Hideaway and Pink Noise, were mastered. Seems like it needs to be played loud. If it's played loud, you get to hear all the instruments, you hear all the elements, and especially you can hear Steffanie's voice quite clearly. I think it's something about the tone or the pitch of her voice that if the volume is down too low, there's certain high-pitched noises that kind of get accentuated and other noises that kind of go away. And you get this weird mishmash. I even had examples of playing the album in my car and not having it up loud where somebody that had quite liked the music previously had a bit of a negative thing to say about the album. And again, because it sounds so different when it's down low. It's really weird. It's apples and oranges. Apples and oranges, I don't know. Not to do with Steffanie's vocals or the guys in the band. It's just a very curious audio oddity. Low, it's different. Maybe just my speakers are crap, I don't know. Track 2, Run For Your Love, good song. Track 3, one of my favourite songs, Hideaway. Now I've also got the remix single version of it, which isn't all that different. And this was probably the first song that I'd heard by Steffanie. There's quite a cool video clip that she had posted up on YouTube. She's got the whole punk rock look sort of going. Yeah, it's just a great video, it's a great song, it's full of energy, and there are a lot of interesting sorts of riffs and hooks. Things that kind of sound a little bit familiar. And I think this is why the song hooked me in so quickly. It's crafty workmanship. If you can hide familiar riffs, familiar things that remind you of another song that you quite like, then subconsciously you're straight into this song. Now I don't know if that was done on purpose or not. It's a great idea from a production point of view. You know, My Baby Wrote Me a Letter. That kind of pops into my head when I'm hearing the song. Anyway, there's a lot of other elements in there as well. See if you can spot them. Definitely one of my favourite songs on this album. Gets followed by Change of Heart. Again, another very good song. I think Steffanie's vocals kind of change here. They change tone. Again, whether or not this was a mixing thing or something to do with the recording process, I'm not quite sure. Hot Night in the City. Again, tone changes a little bit here. And then it brings us to the final song of the album. Actually, come to think of it, this is probably my least favourite song of the album, and probably one of the most popular in Japan. Again, because it was used as the end credit sequence to a manga, or was that the opening sequence? Anyway, it was on the soundtrack, and that is the song Rock the Planet. Good song, but I don't know what it is. I've heard her sing this in Japanese as well. I think I like it a bit more in Japanese. The way it was mixed into the song, I don't know, it's just not one of my favourite songs. Even hearing it live, it's not really something that really sticks out to me. So from what I understand, the album got released twice. The first time was in 1985, and then I think a remix or remastered version was released in 2012. Hideaway, this is an album that I really enjoy. It's not to everybody's taste. It might be a little bit too poppy for some people, might have too many keyboards. I get great listening pleasure out of them. They're good fun. Both Hideaway and Pink Noise, I can listen to those back to back. I can pick my favourite songs from each, just put those together. Definitely worth a listen if you like 1980s rock. And I'm not saying the heavier sort of heavy metal and stuff like that. I'm talking about your typical 1980s AOR sort of melodic rock. So if you get the opportunity, make sure you check them out. Make sure you check out Steffanie. Check out some of her stuff on YouTube.